Okay, ready?
Oh, you're talking about the
Okay,
country
first game
chat.
was played in 1985 in the Southeast Michigan Open in Westland. My opponent was a 2,000 player, and my rating was 2245. I'm not sure if that was my FIDE rating or my USCF rating, because it could have been either. It's either one's likely. It's all possible. Yeah. Go, Karen.
Thank
okay, so
you.
it's a French defense.
Thank you,
because
Graham.
that's what this lecture is about.
Yay.
Okay, my opponent played the Tarash. Now, Karen, if you had black here, what would you play?
I don't know if I play the right move. I play knight f6.
Knight f6, good.
Yeah.
And what else is a common move?
I think you can play c5.
C5. Yeah, knight f6 and c5 are the two most common moves. You can also take, play bishop e7, and h6 and a6. They've all been played. Another move that's been played was named after your favorite grandmaster. He was Argentinian, which is funny because I just lost to Saudi Arabia. Carlos Guillemard. And I used to play the Guillemard variation, which is knight c6, attacking the undefended pawn.
You like openings where you move that knight
attack
in
the
front
pawn.
of the c pawn.
Yeah. Okay, my opponent played knight gf3, defending it. Then I attacked his e-pawn. Then he attacked my knight, but I saw it.
Yay.
So the idea behind this opening is not to play c5, because I can't, but it's to play f6 and attack the center with all of my pieces and pawns. If he takes on f6, then I take with the queen, and I play bishop to d6, and I castle.
I saw a game one time that Fabi played where he played similarly.
Okay, my opponent played knight b3. That's one of the book moves. Gets the bishop out. I played a5 because I want to play a4. He played bishop f4. I did play a4. He played knight c1, and I played bishop b3 check. And you may be asking what bishop b4 check. If he plays the move c3, which he did not do, okay, and c3 might even be the best line. I don't know. Lines might even be the best move. Then I play a3, confusing the audience.
I see they take. And you take.
Yeah, he can take if he wants. And this is slightly better for white, it says. Slightly, just slightly. But he played bishop d2, which is worse. And then I played f6. Always play f6. He played bishop b5, which is a very bad move. Takes. Now, he doesn't have to take my knight because my knights are pinned. So I can't keep taking here because it'll be illegal eventually. Okay, so he didn't. And I castled. Now, the engine says black is close to winning because this knight on c1 is silly, the bishop is silly, I have a big attack on his e-pawn, and I have an open f-file for my rook, which is the point of this opening. So it's very difficult to defend this. If you take this, you give up your white square bishop, so my bishop will have a6 to go to, and I'll have a big center, all kinds of center pawns. So he defended his pawn, knight to d3. And now the engine says I should always sack the exchange. But again, I was 15 years old, so I want to say I wasn't as good then as I am now, but I'm not so sure. And the reason I didn't sack the exchange, I'm sure, is because I probably analyzed knight takes e5, which is actually better for black, but I have a much better move because I'm threatening to win his queen and I'm threatening his bishop. So this is just winning. So rook takes f3 would have won. Then I have a Zwischenzug if he takes this, with the idea that I take and then he takes that. I take this first. Desperado. So I would have won the game immediately with rook takes f3, but I didn't see that. So I played knight a7. And the idea is if he takes, I can play b5 and c5. And so he took my knight. I took back. He played knight c5, which is a mistake, because he needs to get his king safe. He can't just be playing knight d2, knight b3, knight c1, knight d3, knight c5. There's other pieces in chess. Okay, I played b6. He saw it. And now his game is just terrible. I have a big center. I have the open f file. He has a weak pawn I can attack. I have more space in the center and queen side. Already the engine says he's close to losing. c3 is passive. I doubled up on the bubble up. He played rook e4 because he couldn't help himself. Thanks, Vrybot, for the raid.
Yay,
Go,
thank you for the raid.
He's a low-rated player, so he has to play rook e4 because it's cool looking. But there's no point to rook e4. Okay, I played queen f7, threatening his rook. So he has to move his rook back. Queen h5. Yeah. And you can see his rooks are behind a pawn, and my rook's on an open line. I have the advantage on all three sides of the board. The middle side, the right side, and the left side. Also the outside and the inside. So all five sides. Rook f4. The engine still wants me to sack the exchange. Then I finally sacked the exchange because he played the terrible move c4. And this is one of the things I teach my students when I used to teach, is when you make a move, any move, you undefend squares that were defended, which may or may not matter. In this case, it incredibly matters. And the point is, one of Black's main ideas is to sack the exchange here. In fact, if it was my move, I probably would play rook f3, gf3, knight takes e5. But c4 makes the exchange sack much better because I have knight d4. So I'm not really sacking the exchange, just crushing. Right, so c4 is a big blunder. Now here he should resign, but it's good that he didn't, because then we get to see a nice finish. If he takes, which he didn't do, then I play, then I have mate in 2. And then king h1 I play mate, and king f1 I play mate. I don't even need knight here. Okay, so he played cd. I played knight d4, attacking his queen. Rook f4. And I played knight f3 check. So obviously, I'm just a piece up here, so I could just take that, or I could take that and be a rook up. But this is forced mate, so I did that. That seems better. The best move is queen takes f3, losing his queen. That's the best. He played takes, check, and now if he plays king f1, I play queen h3 mate. Now in this position, if I was playing in the World Cup currently, which is weird because it's 85, so playing in the 2022 World Cup of soccer, that's unlikely. Okay, then I would have played a different move, because if I played a different move, I would be a Qatar hero.
Yeah.
The World Cup's in Qatar.
Okay.
Okay, but I played the boring move, rook h4, with unstoppable rook h2 mate. So he resigned. But if I was a Qatar hero, what would I play?
Queen h2.
Yeah, I didn't see queen h2. Otherwise, I would have played it. I did see rook h4 followed by mate. So he resigned. Queen h2 mates quicker because he doesn't have queen h7 check. See, here he can play queen h7 check and stop mate in 1. Mm-hmm. Very impressive. The threat is stronger than the execution, unless you're in Iran. Oh, snap. Gotcha, Iran. I guess I won't be going to Iran anytime soon.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Qatar slave labor. That's right. Rook h4, boo, says Chess Lad. My response is Chess Lad, boo. That's my response. Go Chess Lad. Okay, so that was what I remember playing that game too. Yay, go back.